Hello, everybody. My name is He-Man.
I'm Sexy Daddy, aka Drew Arnett.
Hey, everybody. I am Jordashi, aka Jordan.
Jordan.
From what?
Where are you from?
Oh, Jordan. I am also known as one half of the host and crew from the Stale Popcorn podcast.
Ooh.
This is my first ever other appearance on another
Any other
podcast.
podcasts?
Yeah.
Ooh.
My co-host has been on other podcasts, but I haven't.
I saw that because I tried to look you guys up on Spotify and I couldn't. I found this other group and it says Josh was on that one.
Yeah, I think we tried Anchor, which is it's kind of like a radio app.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of it because for some reason it pops up first, even though our other podcast is there. And there's like an imposter Stale Popcorn podcast that we hate. We're mortal enemies. But
How are they like your podcast? Like, do they just have the same name and they don't?
they have the same name.
Episodes?
Their logo is like made with like
Clip
Microsoft,
art.
yeah, like clip art, and they only have like 4 episodes. And for some reason, they are always just as high as we are. It's like we've been doing
It's
the
all
show
the-
for 3 years. We did our 177th consecutive week.
You guys own a domain too.
Yeah, we pay for the name. So anyway, but yeah, that's where I hail from. First time another show.
We should have the other Still Popcorn on, and you guys can have like a little feud.
Yeah.
Me and Wesley will just sit in the background trying to like stir up drama.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just like-
riveting entertainment.
So what did you say about Jordan's mom?
Oh. So at the time of the recording, the Smash tournament just happened. We don't know how it is because it's going to be posted on next Wednesday
Ooh.
from the time of recording we're doing here.
That's smart.
Yeah. So we're just letting y'all know the reason why we're not talking about the new Smash tournament we just had.
Right.
But we have plenty of other things to talk about. Like, we've seen some movies, and we want to talk about some movies.
But first, should we talk about Smash?
Let's talk about Smash.
Or at least
Sure.
Jordan's
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
with
Sure,
Smash.
sure.
Give me your Smash
Yeah,
history,
when
your tournament history.
So much history. I started playing Smash 64 back in the day, but not for very long. I think we played Smash 64. I have a friend named Mitchell, who is also from Madisonville, and he got Smash 64. We didn't get it. We rented it. Do you guys remember the movie gallery in Madisonville?
Yeah.
We rented it from movie gallery, and then we played it there one time, and then I think right after Melee came out, and so that was my main introduction to Smash. And I think that was like 2001, so I was like 12 years old when that came out. We just played for fun. I didn't know what a main. I didn't think about who's your main. I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of play everybody. I think I played Fox a lot and Samus a lot. I played Mewtwo some. I remember when later on we played some competitive. I played some Mewtwo, but didn't really play competitively. We just played for fun. We played with items and all that stuff. I remember.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, I played Brawl, and my main experiences with Brawl were at our friend Lee's house. You guys know Lee, aka Silent Lee, I guess is the name. I wasn't there for that name. He's just Lee to me. And so we just get together and we just sit on the couch and play Smash. It's Smash nights. They're awesome.
That's
They're
cute.
like the fondest, I don't know, very fond memories of Smash nights. So it's me, Lee, and Brandon. Blue would come out occasionally and some other people. So it was fun. And then in Brawl, I picked Marth and Luigi. So I've been a Marth and Luigi person for forever.
Yeah.
And kept with Marth and Lucina and Luigi in Smash 4. Although I didn't own Smash 4. And then with Ultimate, I'm rolling Luigi.
Heck yeah.
Rolling Luigi. So I feel like I'm in a similar boat to you, Wesley / He-Man. Because I didn't really start tournaments or really trying to get good at the game until Ultimate. So I'm still learning the finite mechanics. I just learned how to do the reverse aerial rushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I can do this, which is great for Luigi because his back air is awesome.
Yeah, it does have good back.
Yeah, and
Especially when you space it right. And just hit the top.
right. So I'm like, that's cool. So I'm discovering those things now. Probably what a lot of, I guess, you discovered in Smash 4, I guess. So, but yeah. So this is I've done a lot of tournaments since Ultimate. They have a pretty good tournament scene in Bowling Green. I've probably done. You've been to one of them. I've probably done 6 or 7 up there. they were doing weeklies for a while, and then I've done the one here, and I'll do the one that we just did 2 days ago from the release of the podcast. Apparently, the one that I
We
won.
upload these on Wednesdays,
Yeah.
but the tournament will be on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 5 days ago. Yeah, right. Whatever. So, and but yeah, so I love the game. I really do. I like the community a lot. I think that's like the funnest part was always just getting together and playing. I love Smash is so much fun to watch. Like I could just watch people play, and yeah, it's just fun to play. I've always liked it, and so I have fond memories of sitting at Lee's house and him just destroying everybody.
That's so cool.
And yeah, so
I love
that's
that.
it.
I wish he would play more. He doesn't play at all anymore.
I think he plays more on his own. I don't know. I know he has to work the day of the tournament.
Yeah. I
But-
messaged him about it. See
Yeah.
if he would be able to come.
I
I
also
go through
messaged
messaging
him.
almost individually everybody.
Yeah.
See if they're able to come.
Lee, I still think Lee is one of the best players in the region.
For sure.
I think he needs to. He was always a Captain Falcon guy, and like in Smash 4, his Falcon was like unbeatable. He just would just not use it because he knew he couldn't beat his Captain Falcon. I think for Smash Ultimate, because Captain Falcon's not as great, especially like off stage. I think I was thinking Lee needs to like switch to someone like Fox or someone who's quick but also combos, and he's better off stage. But I think if he did, I think he would do a lot better. I
Yeah.
still think Lee is one of the better players.
I played Lee a lot in Smash 4, and he was like insane.
Yeah. He's good with Captain Falcon. He spaces really well, and his reactions really well up close. I don't know, when he plays Richter, none of that really comes into play as much. So, but yeah, I'll still stand by Lee.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Stand by me.
stand by Lee.
Yeah, I played a lot against Lee too. I went over his house. He sent
Yeah.
out for Smash Ultimate. And the first part of the night, he was beating me pretty good until I started figuring out a lot of what he's doing. And then
Yeah.
I had him by the end of the rest of the night.
Who's he using?
He was using everybody.
Oh,
All of his
okay.
characters, Simon, Ganondorf, even Captain Falcon and some of his other spacers like
Right.
Snake. He was using everybody.
On the tournament, the first one I was at, he played. We were the first game, and he played Captain Falcon second, and he was beating me. He SD'd, which is heartbreaking. But anyway, he was so much better with Captain Falcon. I was like, Lee, play some Captain Falcon. Just go back to Falcon. That's your jam, man.
I know. I know everything's weird and stuff with Falcon now, but I mean, he's still good. Have you seen some of the combo clips people do?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, he's
crazy.
a great combo character. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Like we had Istmo on not too long ago, and
Yeah.
he ended up getting me like in this up air combo,
Yeah.
took me all the way off stage, off screen.
Is he the guy who also plays Greninja?
He plays Greninja and Donkey Kong.
Okay.
He doesn't play Greninja anymore.
Oh,
I think
okay.
now he's Wii Fit Trainer.
Oh, okay. One of the
I hadn't
best
seen him
players
play
in
Wii Fit
Bowling
Trainer.
Green's Wii Fit Trainer.
I met him at the barber shop, and he was telling me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wii Fit Trainer's good.
Dude, people sleep on Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah.
Have you seen Waddy play with the trainer?
Yeah.
Waddy is sick with them.
There's just some crazy combos you can use with the ball.
People
Yeah,
just
man.
don't know.
You can spike them off stage
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
Yeah. But
How'd you feel you done at the tournaments we had? You only played it once.
I only played one. I think I got ninth. I won my first 3 and then lost 2. After that, I lost to Zeno and to you. But that was the first tournament I tried to do anything Luigi, so I was pretty happy with that.
Felt we did decent in doubles.
Yeah. I don't remember how.
Yeah.
I don't remember what place we got. We won some games. I think we beat the DDDs.
Yeah, you beat the D.
Yeah, which is but gold medal for the name. That was beautiful.
Yes.
But I felt pretty good about it. I don't know how I'll do. And in the grand scheme of things, I know I still have to get better. But compared to my Luigi play, at least, I'm so much better than I was when I played back then.
Yeah.
Just my play and everything. So I'm excited about how I'll do tomorrow. You never know, but I felt pretty good about the last one too. It was fun. Tournaments are fun.
Yeah,
I
they
like.
are.
It's it's one of the reasons why I keep playing Smash, because I like going to tournaments and meeting other people who play and enjoy the game. It's always a good environment, I find.
Yeah.
At least what I've been in.
Really enjoy putting them on and stuff and getting people together. Doing the podcast is all real fun.
Oh, yeah.
I like doing all of it.
My favorite part's definitely like having people on the podcast and then like kind of connecting with them more.
Yeah, I get to know more about them, asking them all kinds of questions.
Yeah.
Really deep personal questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love podcasting. We've done ours for 3 years now, and it's kind of like a weird. It's almost like a. You do it long enough, anyway. It's like a journal-ish kind of thing. Because back when I started, like the first episode is so awful and so bad. And we recorded in a terrible room, and anyway, we didn't have the first episode, we didn't have a name for our show. Like, here's our show, we don't know what we're going to call it. And anyway, we get better, and back then I was still working at a crappy job and all this stuff, and since I moved, anyway, we just keep it going, and it keeps growing and changing, and we've changed the show up, and so I like the medium. For one, it's really accessible, but I think because it's so accessible, it works really well in that way, and you can talk about anything.
Yeah.
And so
there's sometimes we don't even talk about Smash.
Yeah.
We literally had a whole podcast where we talked about
Monster
school bus racing.
Yeah.
When we disguised it as the Smash Bros.
Yeah.
It was for our April Fool's video.
I hear like
no one watched it though.
When it comes to podcasts, you gotta like record at least like 100 before you like really get good at it.
I feel like we got our stride around 50.
Heck yeah.
That we kind of got a decent sense of what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be really bad. I probably have said them during the show, but I used to be really bad at my filler words. I'm a lot better than I was, but they used to be like super obvious.
Just
I used to I used to do that so often.
How did you improve on not doing that?
Just I had a post-it note on my computer and said no filler words. I still say them, but they're not as harsh as they used to be.
That's cool.
Josh has always just been really good.
I feel like you get better with it over time.
You do.
You realize
you
like you don't do that, you don't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done pretty good so far with ours. Like
Yeah.
I think we're getting better and better every episode we do.
There's only one
y'all
time.
have good chemistry.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, we've known each other since we were babies.
Yeah. You can tell.
Yeah, I think I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Oh, I was gonna say, we've only had one episode where there was a minute of silence. A whole strong minute of silence.
We had a minute of silence?
Yeah, it was when we told Joe he stinks, and it was just quiet, and then you could hear him weeping in the background. Remember that?
Oh, I have to go back and listen to
No, I'm
that.
just kidding. That didn't happen.
I mean, I could have. I don't remember. I don't remember doing that. But I have a lot of questions written down for you about movies, because you're like a connoisseur critic of movies.
That is what our podcast is about. It's about
Ooh.
predominantly movies. So I have seen so many since the start of the show.
A bunch of movies.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a few questions here real quick to start it off before we start talking about why we gathered for this podcast.
All right.
So what is your favorite movie or movies of all time?
Ooh.
My favorite movie, it is a singular movie. It is a movie called Once. It is by, oh my goodness. Because I thought about it.
Had to be audible with it too.
Yeah. It is a movie that stars Glenn Hazard and Marketa Iglova. And it was an indie movie. I'll show it to you. Let's see. Where is the director?
What is it?
John Carney. Hey. I love John Carney movies, even though I can't remember his name. Anyway, that is the movie Once. I know it's great podcasting.
Before.
Yeah. Came out in 2007. So it is. John Carney used to be in a band called The Frames with the guy who played the lead in this film. And anyway, it's a modern day musical. I'm a music grad student. That's my degree is in music. And so I'd seen musicals growing up, but I never saw music like I knew it, which was like getting together with my friends and just playing and writing songs together.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, until I saw this movie, and I loved it. and the people who are starring the movie are mainly musicians, and they just kind of learned to act as they were making the movie. And anyway, the music's amazing, and the film's great. It's all his films have a similar theme to that as well. There was, I think, there's been 2 others since then, and they're all great. John Carney's a great director. So Once is my favorite movie. I'm very nostalgic for that film. But cool. I love the Star Wars movies, and I love Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just saw Endgame a couple weeks ago.
He done Sing Street?
He did.
Dude, I love Sing Street.
It's the same kind. Once is the same kind of film.
I seen Begin Again. Begin Again was great too.
Yeah.
I love both those movies. I'm gonna have to go watch that movie.
Yeah, Once is his best work.
Really, it's better than Sing Street and Begin Again.
It's
both
like,
those movies are
but
great.
both of those are great. So.
I just showed her it.
Okay.
She hadn't seen it, and I'm like, gotta put this.
That's
on.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Sing Street is.
I love that one. So
really
nostalgic
good.
to all the '80s music,
right?
And how he's constantly changing from styles.
Right.
I
Changes his haircut. It's great. It's great.
Such a great movie.
And
I didn't know he made that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Once was like his break in to the market. They made it into a Broadway musical and everything. It's wonderful. I love it.
I guess once we see it, we'll be really happy.
Oh. So now here's another question.
All right.
What is the best movie of all time? Because I know there's a favorites. You pick favorites for some other reason. Do you think it's also the best movie of all time, or do you think there's an actual best movie of all time?
Well, I don't know. It
Everyone
depends on what your criteria is.
Okay, because everyone on IMDb rates Shawshank Redemption
Right.
the best movie ever made, which I don't see why.
I mean,
It's a good movie, but I think it's really overrated.
a lot of '90s movies are overrated.
They are.
They are. And a lot of '80s movies are overrated too. I don't know.
Cool young man, get the horns.
Yeah. And some of them are genuinely great, but I don't know. I think it's hard to say. My top movies from like my last year, my favorite film was Quiet Place.
Quiet Place
was my top
great.
film.
Ooh.
And then the year before that, it was Logan.
Logan was sick.
Yeah.
Logan was
Logan
so
is
good. Like the opening sequence, I'm just like, yes, this is what I wanted in Wolverine all this time.
Logan may legit be the best superhero movie ever.
It's one of the best for real. Like it's so good.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted in Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like
It's by far the best Wolverine movie ever. And then the year before that, it was I think I put Rogue One as
Rogue
number
One was
one. Yeah,
really
I love
good.
Rogue One.
It's
I
actually
also,
it's the only one I like so far of the new Star Wars.
oh, I love The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens is my favorite Star
New
Wars
Hope
movie.
again.
You guys are weird.
I didn't like The Last Jedi. Josh likes The Last Jedi. I don't.
What do you think
I
of
hate
Solo?
I love Solo. I thought it was fun. It was just
I
a
thought
fun
it was
movie.
too. It was weird because I've gone to like the first showing of every Star Wars since the new one started coming out. No one was at Solo.
Really?
It was like dead.
Ours, I feel like we had plenty of people there. The best crowd I've ever been in a movie theater was in The Force Awakens, and it was here in Madisonville.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I don't know, they were...
I must have been in there with you.
Really? Like, it was, I guess it was a Friday night,
Yeah.
and people applauded, and when the Millennium Falcon showed up, and when Rey gets the lightsaber at the end, anyway, it wasn't like rude applause, it was like proper applause.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, we can all applaud now. Anyway, I love The Force Awakens. It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. I also love the original trilogy.
You like it? You like it better than
Yeah, I know.
It.
I know.
Return of the
I know.
Jedi.
This. I've had this conversation.
Emperor Strikes Back. Come on, man.
I love it.
Emperor's
I
New
do.
Groove. Come on.
Emperor's.
man.
I also love. I also.
That's one of the best Star Wars films.
Man.
So did you hear about
Darth Llama. Yeah.
So me and you talked a bit about Game of Thrones on the side.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to talk too much about it here, but you heard the writers of Game of Thrones is making a new Star Wars trilogy,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I did not.
How do you
hear
feel about that? That's the reason why
I
this last
felt.
season's been
I
botched.
felt really excited about it until last Sunday. Until last Sunday, I was all on board. I was like,
What
yes.
happened? Can you explain to me what happened? Because I don't watch it, but I've seen like people on Twitter blow up.
Okay, well, I think what has happened is Daenerys, who's one of the big characters, she is the girl with the dragons.
Yeah.
I think they made her go in the direction that lined up more with the books than kind of what the show has done. So the character in the show wouldn't do what they had her do, but I think the character in the books would. So people who have read the books, I think, are okay with it.
I was okay with it, but I didn't read the book. I always kind of saw her that way, though. I always saw her being ruthless like that.
I think would she burn down a city? Yes.
Just like,
Would she burn down a city after they've surrendered and the person who's wronged her is right in front of her? Instead of just going for the castle, she burns the people up? I don't think so. I think that's not who she is.
Was that people's biggest gripe with
Yeah.
that episode?
yeah.
She's like been this like savior figure. She like breaks chains and gets slaves out, and
Yeah.
anyway, she's gonna save the people, and then
Kill all
randomly
the
she just
slavers.
and
Just
then randomly instead of going after the person she's trying to overthrow, she just burns all the people and all the children and all the everything.
Yeah.
So it's gruesome.
It really was.
Anyway, yeah. So
I felt they did some justice to some characters, and others I hated what they did with them. Like, for
Yeah.
example, the Mountain and the Hound.
yeah,
That fight was epic. Like,
I liked it.
I wanted them to. I like it. That's how I wanted the character
Yeah,
to end.
yeah.
I was fine with that.
I was fine with it.
Jamie and Cersei, though?
No.
That pissed me off.
No, you have to have Cersei answer face to face to people.
Yeah.
That's
Except-
having stuff on her isn't justice.
You gotta have some kind of
That's-
dramatic attention between the two of them or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And why is Jamie going back anyway? I felt
this whole episode was a mess.
yeah.
It really was. Like,
I honestly
I like the Night King episode. Like that was awesome. The whole entire fight sequence
Yeah.
in the dark. Like it was wild. Like whole entire episode, hour and a half long.
yeah.
Constant fight.
I love that.
Like,
I've honestly been okay with the season up until episode 5. I do
Most
wish it
people
was
are.
longer,
yeah.
but I mean, I knew it was shorter, and I've been okay with it until
Yeah.
then.
I mean, they're hour and a half long episodes. Now.
Yeah, they're expensive episodes.
Yeah, they are.
That I think the Night King episode was like the most expensive episode of television of all time.
It had to be. Like,
Wow.
that
Yeah.
episode was insane.
Like-
Literally, from the start to finish, there's constant fighting, and there's like a billion CGI things they have
Yeah.
to CGI.
Does
Like,
the CGI look good or like?
Oh, yeah,
TV
it looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
There's sometimes the shading is off on some things, but you can get over that. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not perfect.
I liked it. I
Yeah,
was
it
I was into it. I've
My
You know-
dad, I watched it with my dad with Game of Thrones. Like he sat up in his chair and he literally just like set up the
Yeah.
whole entire time watching it. Like I've never seen him do that ever with any show
Yeah.
or anything. I was just like, wow.
I loved it. I loved that
He's on the edge
Arya
of
was
the
the
seat.
person who killed the Night King. I loved that whole thing.
This turned into the Game of Thrones podcast. Which
Yeah, I
we
know.
didn't even say spoiler.
I know.
alert. So if you,
I think it's okay.
it's you guys,
if you've seen it, you've seen it.
you guys get over it.
Yeah.
This turned into, when we start talking about movies, you realize it's not Smash anymore.
Right.
'Cause this is what his
Well,
criteria is.
I mean, like, this is like a movie podcast now because
Yeah.
like we got
That's where I live, man.
Yeah.
because it's something that's coming up.
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna talk about.
I hadn't even made it on the list yet to that. What is
you're
the
good.
most overrated movie from last year?
Oh.
You're an avid movie
Oh, this is the easiest.
Oh, Stars Born, is that what you're going to
yes, that is the
say? That
easiest
movie
question
was
ever.
great. I don't know what
It
you're
was
on about.
so awful.
Why was it awful?
The
Huh?
music was great. I like
yeah,
the
it
music.
was.
Shallow's a good song. The story
I
is
always remember
horrible.
Better. That one's better song.
Good stories have conflict, right?
Yeah.
Have conflict. Conflict moves story forward. If you don't have conflict, then there's no challenging. Then it's just, I call it journalism, like pretend journalism.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of existing. And Allie, who's played by Lady Gaga, doesn't earn a thing. She sings in a nightclub, then she meets, I don't remember his name, but anyway, the character's name. But anyway, she meets the guy.
Meets Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. And then she sings with him on stage. And
And
then
literally
she
she just
sings in a
blows-
little bit bigger crowd, and you don't see her why she gets to do these things. And then she sings on SNL, and it's just like
She literally just kept growing and growing
doesn't-
and growing
doesn't
with no other stop. There's no
yeah.
stopping the whole time.
there's no like there's and Jack is his name, Bradley Cooper's name. He's on drugs and he's falling apart, and she's just cool with it. She's cool with it. So you would think that this person's successful, and this is kind of the old timer who used to be successful, that there would be conflict there because he's on drugs, but she's okay. Even after he goes up on stage when she gets her award and pees all over himself, she's like, "It's okay,
Drugs are cool.
it's okay."
I tell you, it was really funny. My mom and I watched it. I watched it a couple times. I watched it with TJ and Blue and everybody.
Yeah,
And then I watched it with my mom. And when we were watching it, it's funny. She said right at the beginning, "He's like, he sounds a lot like Sam Elliott." I'm like, "It's funny." Like, it's literally the next thing Sam Elliott walks
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. it's Sam
Bradley
Elliott.
Cooper's just doing his best Sam Elliot Presh in the whole movie. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was the best movie that came out last year. I thought it was the movie all the Oscars were going to pick, like the Academy was going to pick. I unfortunately still have not seen Green Book, which I want to watch Green Book.
Green Book is the one I wanted to win.
And it did win.
It did win. It's like the first time it's ever happened ever.
I mean, La La Land should have won, right?
Yeah, I preferred La La Land. I didn't see Moonlight.
Moonlight was terrible.
I didn't see it. Josh saw it. He thought it was okay, but I liked
felt it was
La La Land.
It was really underwhelming. It Call Me by Your Name is better if you're going to compare movies.
Yeah,
that movie.
I liked Call Me by Your Name.
That movie's better.
I think that year, I think I was rooting for Lady Bird to win out of the ones that got nominated.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty decent coming of age.
Yeah, that's coming of age.
It had the guy who was in Call Me by Your Name in it too.
Yeah, it did. So, but the worst movie of last year was 1570 to Paris. Y'all need to watch this movie.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
You need to watch this movie. It is amazing because Clint Eastwood directed it. It has it's from this Paris train attack. And these guys are like legit heroes. And he's like, we're going to use these as the real actors. And he gives these people who like saved all these people's lives the worst script. He lets them improvise. It's amazing how bad it is.
Really?
Everyone needs to watch it.
What was it called?
1517 to Paris.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It was way worse than A Star Is Born.
That sounds awesome.
Is it 5.2? What?
Yeah.
Did you watch The Mule that he did?
I didn't.
It wasn't.
I wanted to.
I thought it wasn't that great. Like
Okay.
I felt like the story and the structure of it. I felt like it was just really just Clint Eastwood cracking jokes in the movie and just try to be like a funny old man that doesn't care.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just really underwhelming, and that also the plot is so like you can see it coming from a mile away. How do you think the movie's gonna end? It's called Mule. He's a drug trafficker.
All right.
What do you think's gonna happen? Smuggler. Like, I like a movie that's a little bit more not so cut and simple.
Yeah, I think you can like. The same thing with Game of Thrones. You can have like your setup and foreshadowing. You can set promises for your characters, but that doesn't mean it has to be obvious or what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So I think that something else was coming out the week of the Mule, and I didn't get to watch it. I feel like December was a busy month for us. There was so much to see.
Yeah, there was a lot of movies coming out that year.
Yeah, so around the same time.
All the Oscar movies, you had to watch all of them too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Roma?
I watched all the Oscar nominees.
I didn't get around to watching Roma.
It is an acquired taste kind of movie. It's a slow movie. It's a good movie, but man, is it slow. And
I was meaning to watch all of them. Like I didn't watch Roma, I didn't watch Vice, I didn't watch Green Book, and I didn't watch the Favorite. Those are the four I didn't watch. I watched the rest of them, but the other four.
The Favorite is like a dirty Jane Austen story.
Really?
Like Pride and Prejudice, like like people in corsets and fancy parties, but they swear a lot and have a lot of sex and push people off walls. And anyway, it was funny.
Still can't get over how La La Land didn't win that year. Like literally, it's like La La Land.
I love La La Land.
It's like, they're like, we didn't get it. It was actually Moonlight.
That was just untoppable Oscar moment.
Yeah, that was awkward.
It's so bad. Okay, so what do you think? Okay, I'm gonna read it how I wrote it.
Okay.
What do you think DC will do next after Joker's success? Do you think they'll abandon the Justice League storyline?
Well, we had some interesting news about DC come out yesterday. Did y'all hear about
Robert
this?
Pattinson
Robert
is
Pattinson's Batman. Or they also say Nicholas Hoult, but it seems like it's going to be Robert Pattinson.
It's probably going to be Robert Pattinson.
I think they're resetting.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Justice League bombed so hard.
Yeah. But Zack Snyder, the guy who directed that and Batman vs. Superman, isn't there anymore. Joss Whedon, the guy who directed the first Avengers movie, is showrunning that now.
Yes.
He's
also
been showrunning
Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, and Firefly. And
yeah.
So he's great. He's been there since Aquaman.
Yeah.
So far he's doing all right. So I think they just need to do their standalone stuff, have their own standalone movies, and work up to a
build
Justice
it up
League.
how Marvel did.
Yeah, or like I think right now, they kind of like everything is so separated, which I kind of like. I kind of like how Shazam didn't have any references to anybody else. It was just its own thing.
Lightning with my hands.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. I like Shazam.
I like
and
it too.
so
I went into it thinking I was gonna hate it. I'm like,
I thought so too. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like
that trailer looked awful.
Yeah,
My God.
but it was all right. It was all right. So I'm hopeful, at least in that. I trust him a lot more than Zack Snyder did.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I liked Watchmen. I did like Watchmen. I'll be honest. I did like that one. I didn't like the rest of his movies.
Yeah, I just got the comic Watchmen. I haven't finished it. Apparently, it's very different.
It is.
But I like 300. Zack Snyder. It's like his main thing. But his just Batman vs Superman was a mess.
Oh, it was so terrible.
Justice League was a mess.
So many different plot lines to try to bind together. It's
Yeah.
like, let's have this one with, let's have Lex Luthor, do the attack here, like let's get Apocalypse in here,
Yeah.
the Doomsday, and then let's get this guy in here too.
Have this random dream in the middle that doesn't make no sense.
Let's have Wonder Woman randomly show up.
Yes, Batman's gonna be a murderer. And
watch Superman fly down and kill everybody.
Yeah,
that scene was cool though. That's the one scene I really liked. I thought it was cool. He comes down and just kills everybody. But that also comes on to the point. Brightburn's coming out next week, right?
Yeah.
I want to see that bad.
We'll see. I think something else comes out that week, and I'll maybe get to see it. We'll see.
I can't wait to watch Brightburn because I've always Superman. I never really liked Superman. I'll be honest. I think he's one of the most overpowered characters next to, what's his name?
Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl, yeah. Hell, yeah, she'd be Thanos, she'd be like Galactus, she'd be like everybody.
Yeah, he is hard to write for because he just can do everything.
I was gonna say, it was, I think his name is Franklin Richards. I think it's the character name. He's the most overpowered character in Marvel Universe because he literally anything he think of, he can do. Yeah. Literally, he's the most broken.
Fantastic, Captain Fantastic's son.
It's Reed Richards and Sue Storm's son. Franklin Richards. Literally, he can do anything. There's nothing he can't do.
Right.
He sits on the power level of Galactus, and he can destroy Galactus if he wants to.
Yeah.
That's how busted he is.
Yeah.
But Superman, his only problem is was it a Red Sun and Kryptonite?
Right.
And I think one other one, but it's not going to happen in this universe until years and years and years down the line until they try to accomplish that. But I think Joker is going to be really good. It looks promising. It's produced by Martin Scorsese. It has a Martin Scorsese feel. It has Joaquin Phoenix, and he's already shown he's already done so many good movies, and it seemed like from the trailer he seemed like he's got a good
fit
grasp
for it, man. I think
he really is.
He fits the Joker really well. So I'm excited for. I love the first trailer. I like trailers that intrigue me but don't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame trailer didn't tell you crap.
Yeah,
I loved it.
But I love
That's what I liked about that one.
I love Deadpool too. Literally, it set up the movie to be completely different than it was.
Yeah.
And then the movie happened, and it's just wow.
Yeah.
A complete opposite.
Yeah. I think that's how they all should be.
It's made it look like the X-Force is going to do a lot more.
Yeah.
To nothing.
It's really obnoxious when trailers pretty much tell the whole movie.
Yeah.
The Intruder. That new Dennis Quaid movie.
Oh, yeah.
It shows everything. It shows him climbing up a pipe and going into the house and stuff. It's obvious. He shows the whole entire movie in the trailer. I hate it.
I do too.
There's a movie on Netflix that came out a couple of years ago. I think it's called The Titan. Has Joel Edgerton in it.
Okay.
Is it Joel Edgerton? I might be getting... No, it's
Washington.
Sam Washington. The guy was in Is it Sam Washington? I'm trying to remember his name.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
He was in Avatar. Main guy.
Oh,
Sam Worthington.
I know you're talking about.
Sam Worthington. Yeah, him. He was in it, and it shows the whole entire plot in the movie just with the span of the trailer. Netflix is bad about that.
Yeah,
they do that a lot.
Yeah, there's always movies that I like that I wish hadn't give stuff away. Because I've watched it in the trailer.
Trailer's supposed to captivate you without giving away the plot. That's the point of a trailer.
I think one of the worst offenders that comes to mind was Toy Story 3. There's literally a bit where Andy's handing his toys off to that little girl. It's
no, that's the end. Those dogs, A Dog's Purpose movie.
Yes,
they are. They're the worst.
Those two.
they give everything
so
away.
The dog's gonna die.
Yeah,
it's don't make me cry.
Why is there so many? Why?
They come out one every year. There was what was it? There was Max in 2017 or 2016 or whatever. There was what was it?
I haven't seen.
There's a movie with Kat and Mari in it. She was soldier and she had a dog.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what was that one called.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that one came out last year or the year before that.
Yeah.
And there's like one every year that comes out. They try to do periodically.
Yeah. I know Bryce Dallas Howard was in the one that gave everything away. I think they all do, but that was the worst one.
I mean,
I haven't seen them, but
they're so sad.
It's so bad.
So why do they do that? They just try to latch onto your feelings. All right. So Detective Pikachu.
Is it Pikachu time?
Yes.
Heck yeah, baby. Let's go.
Oh, are you? Hey.
Oh, we have Pikachu in the corner over here.
Oh, I didn't wear it. Oh, crap. I thought I did.
You guys can't see me right now, but I put on my sick Detective Pikachu hat. It makes me like 5 times sexier.
I have a shirt with the 8 original badges. I thought I wore today, but I didn't. I was gonna
cute.
but I don't have it on. It's
all
a
right.
podcast. I do have it on. I mean,
just try to whip it out so people can see. We got this big old Pikachu right before the movie. We went in with it.
Aww.
She wanted it, so I was like, yeah, we'll get it.
Did Pikachu enjoy the movie?
Yeah. There's these little kids looking at it, like, oh, look, it's Pikachu. It's like,
just go up to him and just go.
just
anyway,
she uses another
Jordan,
pillow.
give us your overview thoughts of the movie.
all right. Well, first of all, when Pokemon came to America in like 1998, 7, 6, when was it?
I think it was 8.
Okay. Well, I was a part of like the first generation of kids, and y'all may have been too, who loved Pokemon. So I grew up with the original games, played all those, played the second generation. I used to get up on Saturday mornings and watch the WB cartoon. And collect cards. Anyway, it like took over our school. It was awesome. So I'm really, really happy that it's endured for so long because I'm very nostalgic about it. I haven't played any of the modern games, but anyway, I still have very fond memories of it. So anyway, it's weird that it's taken so long to get a live action film. I went and watched Pokemon 2000 in year 2000, obviously. And so anyway, yeah, when we watched the film, it was fun. It was the first thing I'll say to its credit is it builds the live action world very well. I can see myself imagining myself in the world. And it brings that world to life really well. I think that is really easy to mess up, but I liked it. So like even in the parts in the city where the Pokemon are walking around and the parts in nature, I thought there was good contrast. So the world building and setting up the environments were great. I liked the look of the Pokemon. Some of them were better than others, but
Pikachu's had the best detail.
Yeah,
for sure.
by
Like the hair
far.
particles,
I
the
really
way it moves.
appreciated that they kept like the Pokemon's design. For some of them, they looked really weird, like Trico. I kind of wish they adjusted the size of his head.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got this huge
Yeah.
head, and it looks really ugly.
Yeah.
Even though Trico's my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, I really appreciated they stuck with the designs.
Yeah. I was cool with that. I and even like the little nods here and there, like the random Lickitung scene, that's fun. Jigglypuff scene, which was in the trailer. So those are cool nods, and apparently it gives a quick nod. I guess this is in the game universe, as it talks about the first games happening 20 years ago, because when Mew was originally made 20 years ago. So I guess that would be the first Pokemon game, which is cool. But the main character Tim was okay. I think a lot of people could have played that role.
Yeah, I didn't feel like he did something that was bring to the table different for anybody else for that role.
Yeah, he
did a good job though for what he did.
Yeah, and obviously Ryan Reynolds makes the movie. Glad that they got him at all. Yeah. So that was great.
He was funny.
I liked, and people said, yeah, he sounds like Deadpool. Get it, but he's also just Ryan Reynolds, and that's entertaining.
He's just doing his voice.
Yeah, he's just doing his thing. So I was
I'll be
fine
honest,
with it.
I wasn't a fan of Ryan Reynolds until he did Deadpool. Like I've always seen him in movies. I'm like, dude, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Like Blade 3 was a mess. Blade 3 was already doomed to fail. Like that movie had so many problems with it. Green Lantern was terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm similar. I didn't see much that I liked. I don't think of anything.
I like Hitman's Bodyguard.
I didn't see that.
No, it's pretty funny. I'll give him that. I did like that one.
I do love Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson's
but,
pretty great.
Anyway, yeah. So I thought the first 2/3 of the film were pretty good. I liked the way they kind of blended the story and build up this kind of mystery story with the world of Pokemon, and it was fun and enjoyable. And
did you predict who was going to be the villain?
yes.
Me too.
Yeah, it's
Bill Knightley just gives it away. You know?
Yeah.
What?
He's very
a
villainous.
spoiler?
Yes.
There's yes.
Spoiler alert for now on. If you don't want to hear about Detective Pikachu,
40 minutes in.
3 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah, the third act was kind of a mess. It kind of plot holes to death in the third act. So, like, why does Mewtwo need Tim to come and find him with Pikachu? I don't know why. Because he goes and finds him. I've been waiting for you, and then they just catch Mewtwo. I'm like, why did he need to come and find him for? I also don't get the villain's motivations.
No.
Like, is it better for this girl to be a Psyduck than to not be a Psyduck? I don't know. And the reporter girl was bad. I don't remember her name, the character's name. Anyway, if you try to be quirky too much, you end up just being annoying. I thought she was far more annoying than quirky. Have y'all seen Unicorn Store?
No.
Brie Larson?
Oh, I hadn't seen it yet.
It's
a
Netflix
Jackson
movie.
in it too.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
It's
They trying to be too quirky or something?
no, she does like a wonderful job being quirky. It's like she has like super quirky character, which was surprising for Brie Larson.
Did you like Captain Marvel?
Yeah, it's all right. It's like reminded me of like a older, more MCU movie. That's kind of where I would put it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So
before you continue on,
Yeah.
I want to quickly hear Drew's perspective. I've already heard you rant about Pokemon.
Okay.
He hadn't heard the podcast.
Ah.
I want to hear his opinion without your judgments.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure not to listen to your episode
okay.
about Detective Pikachu. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It wasn't like, this is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But it was like super fun. I'm not sure if people that haven't watched or played Pokemon would enjoy it because it's a lot of fan servicey stuff.
Yeah.
But like that fan service stuff was really well done. Like they take Pokemon like seriously. They don't like make them like jokes, or if they are jokes, they do the jokes appropriately. There was times where like Ryan Reynolds was like being like too much like, I'm the funny guy in this movie. But I really appreciated like the animation. Like everything looked really good. Like those city scenes probably took like 1 billion years to make. But yeah, that last bit was weird, and the part, and like there's bits that were like way edgy. Like every time Pikachu said like, "Oh my god," I was like, "Whoa!" And like that part where he's like, "They pet me, they put a finger in me." I was like, "What? What does that even mean? Why are you saying that, Pikachu?" And that like that one joke that Tim makes where he's like talking to that reporter girl, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm used to nights alone," like implying that like it was like a masturbation joke. Yeah. I was like, "What? Masturbation in my Pokemon? Get out of here!"
Yeah,
but it was definitely just like a really like fun movie, not like mind.
That's what I would say. Yeah, and it's definitely for people who are familiar with the universe because they don't like explain like how things work really.
Yeah, no, they
at
don't.
All, or what things names are.
But I do like how they like established like partner Pokemon. Like every person has like a Pokemon that's like their brony.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like that part was really cool. What would your guys' partner Pokemons be? I'd have a Trico.
Oh, Charmander's always been my favorite.
Maybe Wesley.
I'm sorry, I'm basic. Pikachu.
Also, something that I think needs to be appreciated is like how many Pokemon they rendered for this movie. Like at the end of the movie, you're like, even I was thinking like, man, I wish they had more. But they seriously had like so many from so many generations. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. I can't wait to see the art book for this bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I imagine it's gonna be real in depth. How many different Pokemon they rendered for it.
And like apparently this is gonna be a part of like a whole Pokemon cinematic universe.
Yeah.
See, I want to see a universe that's like follows like the trainer storyline.
I want to see that
too. Gyms,
but
do all that stuff.
How would that work? That's gonna be so weird because there's like 8. You'd have to do like at least 8 battles.
Well, I don't know. People have
Elite
explained the gym lore in different ways. Like, you know, do they just use like weaker ones for weaker trainers, or are they supposed to actually like be like high level? Obviously, the game, they progress in difficulty because it's a game. But how would it be if it wasn't a game?
Maybe it'd be type of thing like where it's like levels. You build yourself up in real life. Like you go to this school before you go to this school because you got all that training. Now you can do this challenges here before you go to this school. It's like something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine they can do a movie around it.
Yeah, they'd have to explain away some things.
Yeah, they explain some stuff. But it's funny, the directors and writers of Detective Pikachu were talking about maybe doing a Smash movie.
Yeah.
But first, it's like, we gotta do something like Marvel. We gotta make a Kirby movie. We gotta make a Fox movie.
Have y'all seen Mario Modern Warfare?
Oh, yeah. The Freddie W video.
Yeah, like the web series. That's the Smash movie. It's amazing. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's awesome.
But I know about that guy.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, it's a fun movie. I think the story is a little wonky in the end, but
I feel like seeing like the Pokemon animated and all that like makes it worth watching, even though it's not like gonna blow your mind.
Right. So we don't do a lot of scores on our show, but we used to do out of 5. I would probably give like a 3 out of 5 if I gave it a score.
But what about the Bulbasaur scene? I mean, come on!
I
do
do
you
love
see
Bulbasaur.
Those guys squeaking?
I'm all about some original generation because I grew up on that. So I'm always a fan when they get on the screen. It's like, yay, Bulbasaur! Yay, Squirtle! Yay, Charizard! Yeah, I love Gen 1.
Thinking back on it, like, they really did a lot. Like, they had, like, a fight scene.
Yeah.
They had, like, a cool city scene. There's, like, tons of stuff going on. They had, they were, like, exploring in the forest.
Yeah. And the whole entire forest rising up and moving around.
Yeah. That part was...
It was really weird.
That was
one Inception.
Like, you were bringing up plot holes. Like, what are they doing with those giant boys now?
Yeah, what's the point of them?
Are they just chilling there now?
This is our life now. We just sit here.
And what was the point of making them big?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe for warfare. Imagine sitting in a giant Charizard to go mess up people. And just have someone ride on their back like Daenerys.
Yeah, I don't know. They just kind of stood up and then they sat back down.
I had a huge problem with Bill Knightley trying to play a good guy at the beginning of the movie because I always see him as a bad guy.
Yeah.
So I always predict him
obviously.
Yeah, he plays a bad guy in every movie he's in.
It honestly got me. I was like, oh. Like, when he's being really nice, like, oh, I guess he's not the bad guy.
No.
Yeah.
He's always been a bad guy.
I saw that.
There's only, like, one movie he hasn't been a bad guy in, and he wasn't that particularly that good of a guy either, and it was, like, Love Actually.
Yeah.
Just like...
He's been in a ton. He's
been Davy Jones. He's been
he's
part
Jones.
He's part of the Order in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And he's always, like, trying to take the magic away from you. Ministry.
Yeah.
Take the powers to take away from you. He always does stuff like that. But he's always played a villain. I can only see him as a villain. He also was in Underworld as the main vampire. The main villain.
Oh, yeah.
So
wow.
He's literally...
That's who I see when I see him.
He typecasted as a villain. My point is, for a detective movie, I'd rather have been somebody that's known for playing good guys or something, or known for not being particularly seen as a bad guy, and then playing a bad guy. That would have been more interesting to me. It would have been not as predictable. I hate it in detective movies where they try to be all cool and stuff, and, like, try to be like, who is it? And it's like, I see it at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
You remember that movie, The Happy Time Murders or whatever?
Yeah.
I knew it was the two people right at the beginning of the movie.
I didn't see it.
I saw it because I'm like, it's that girl right there.
Yeah.
I remember saying it. I was like, those two right there. And I fell asleep. And I woke back up. And it's almost the end of the movie. Because we watch these movies at like 1 o'clock in the morning. In the movie theater.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, they're both the correct ones. I don't know. There's something about it. They always try to introduce the villain or the main antagonist to the storyline in a detective movie at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It's the main thing they try to do. Because you're not thinking about it as much. They're introduced early. You're not thinking about it. You're thinking, well, while they're doing all this exploring and stuff, the main villain's already been exposed. You're not thinking about it anymore. It's kind of all long gone. So they always try to bring back that.
Yeah.
So it pretty much gives it away to me a lot whenever I see movies like that. And it also seems like they may have a motive.
Yeah.
I'm not the best detective in the world, but I can predict some villains.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, you're good.
Did you get goofed at all? Like were you surprised at all when it wasn't his son?
Oh yeah, I was surprised about the dude though. That is surprising.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, like it.
Yeah, I don't think you could see that coming. I knew immediately when they started talking about they take over souls or whatever. I'm like, oh, Pikachu's dad.
What?
Yeah.
And I knew that
Me
immediately.
too. I was like, where's
oh.
his dad at, huh?
Oh, I know where he is. How do you not know what your dad's voice sounds like?
I was really hoping
dude?
his dad would be dead.
Yeah. like, how do you, seriously, I'm not, also, he acted completely different from when he was Pikachu, too, at the end of the movie. He's, like, a completely different guy.
It made sense, though, because, like, that, I was wondering why that purple gas, like, didn't affect Pikachu, like, make him go nuts, though. It's probably because he was, like, half human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that part was weird. That was the weirdest part. I was like, what?
Why is he acting completely different from when he was Pikachu?
Yeah.
How do you not know what your father's voice sounds like?
Right,
Why do you
right,
not see
yeah.
something similar?
Yeah, so if you think hard enough about the end, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah,
It
for
falls
kind of falls
sure.
apart.
It falls apart so hard.
But I don't think that's why you like the movie either.
No.
I appreciate that they tried to stuff in as much Pokemon fan service as possible.
Yeah.
Because you know Mewtwo is like a huge character, and even though his appearance in the film doesn't make a ton of sense.
I like how they introduced him blowing up the lab and stuff. That was very reminiscent to
That was cool.
the Pokemon, the first movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I love when he's eyes open.
Yeah.
Everything blows up, flying.
I like how they explain things through like holograms, because that it like kind of fits with the Pokemon universe, and it's a fun way to tell like all that old.
It just gets me excited for a Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Do you want a Yu-Gi-Oh movie?
I want it so bad. I want it so bad. You don't
The
understand.
show, like, I used to watch the show when it first came out. Anyway, I
It
went
doesn't
back.
make sense.
Well, I went back. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to stop. It's probably the same way for the Pokemon anime. It's like, I have to stop watching this now or I'll ruin my memories of...
I went back and watched it so many different
Yeah.
times. The first season is such a mess for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's like, they don't follow any kind of rules, or they only use like, it's raining, so your wings are wetter, so you lose attack power. Your creatures are getting weaker. And it's like, since you played your time wizard and you aged my dark magician, I now get 1,000 years.
Everything
Wow.
always works
Dark
out perfectly.
Sage. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's raining and my cards are wet. I need to go home and
Yeah.
tell my mom.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
goodbye to Sonia!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah. I love the intro song.
Yeah, I use Shadow Spell, which is the chain thing. Grabs a hold of, try to grab a hold of Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Since it's a tune, it can't be touched.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the first season's a mess. If they went to go redo that and make a live action version, I don't know if they would either try to stick to that or they would try to actually do it correctly.
Yeah.
I want a live. That's one thing I always wanted was a live action Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I remember going to the movies and watching Yu-Gi-Oh the movie and getting a Blue Eyes Shiny Dragon from my pack.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching that in theaters. It
Yeah.
was so nostalgic. And like, I've always Yu-Gi-Oh's been my thing I grew up with. He grew up with Pokemon. I grew up
I
with
too.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
And
I went to the theater, probably somewhere in my parents' basement in storage somewhere is my like card I got for Pokemon 2000, the little Mew
Ah,
Yeah.
dope.
somewhere. Yeah.
Did you get Mewtwo for this one?
I got Pikachu and Snar.
Snorlax?
No, the dog.
Oh,
Groudon? No, that's
no, the
Pokemon.
pink one.
The pink,
Oh,
the bulldog.
I know
From
what
that
you're
was
talking
like
about.
the
Yeah.
police chief. one.
Snugbull.
Yeah.
Snuggle.
I gave it to Brandon's daughter. I didn't. They were gonna go on Tuesday.
I got
didn't.
Charmander. She got Charmander. I got Bulbasaur.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Can we trade?
Okay.
My partner really wanted Bulbasaur.
I didn't know they had Charmander. Charmander's
I got
favorite.
Jigglypuff, which is
Oh.
cool. Good get.
What did your friend get?
So I went with my friend Gabe and my friend Nick. Gabe,
Everyone
he
gets
wanted
Pikachu.
Mewtwo, but he got something lame like Ludicolo or something. I remember he didn't get something he wanted. Everyone got Pikachu though.
Yeah.
right.
I liked it. They gave everyone Pikachu.
Yeah.
I want a Pikachu.
Yeah, it brought back just getting cards in general brought back fond
Yeah.
memories.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that style. It looks cool. I think like when they make future Pokemon movies, like they can just like reuse the assets from the last one and they just like keep like they'll just keep having like more Pokemon to be able to be in the movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies coming out these next couple weeks. We
Right.
talked briefly before the podcast. The John Wick 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen both John Wick 1 and 2. I'm going to have to... It actually comes out tonight, don't it?
Yeah, comes out tonight. Yeah,
Crap.
Well, Snap, you guys gonna go see it?
yeah. I haven't seen the first two.
She hadn't seen the first two.
I heard they're
If we're gonna
apparently
watch it-
good.
oh, they're really good. I honestly, ever since John Wick 1 came out, literally the action movies have changed.
Yeah.
Like, they have changed action movies for the good. Like, you remember the early 2000s, how everything was shaky cam. You know the reason why shaky cam was done, right? It's cheaper.
Yeah.
You don't have to have as many stunt
Bourne movies are all shaky cam. Especially, yes, drive scenes, everything, yeah.
All kinds of rapid cuts. There's Oh, by the way, in the Taken movie, there's a scene where Liam Neeson hops a fence. There's 13 cuts for the one, like, whole 5-second scene.
Yeah.
It's retarded. It's like... It's so bad. I don't understand why they always done that. Like, early 2000s were always shaky cam. Like, every action movie was shaky cam. The only one you really didn't see with shaky cam was, like, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's one exception. And there wasn't hardly any others. But ever since John Wick, all at cinematics have been shot from a distance.
Yeah.
So you can see everything unfolding. And that's the one thing I did appreciate with Last Jedi. They did show, in the final fight scene, you could see everything that's going on.
Right.
Although there's people coordinating and doing nothing while these two people are fighting. Why isn't this guy hopping in to try to attack?
Right.
Just like...
Right.
He's just standing there kind of like cheering them on.
Yeah.
But ever since that movie, John Wick, it's redefined action movies. If you looked at the new Robin Hood, you looked at the new Atomic Blonde, you looked at... I didn't watch the new Robin Hood. I didn't look good.
I didn't like Atomic Blonde. But that reminds me of... I think... Have y'all seen the new... Or not new. Any of the Marvel Netflix stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like Daredevil's kind of that way.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps the camera further back and doesn't cut much.
The scene in the prison was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like one of the longest shots they've done. And it's like a 5-6 minute shot, and they just one take. Go through the whole entire prison. It was awesome.
Yeah. So maybe that comes from that. I've seen the scene where there's like guns and they're like wrestling with and shooting guns close to their heads. I don't know what I can't.
It's called Gun Fu, bro.
Yeah, Gun Fu. That's a good. I don't have any other context for that scene, but I need to watch it.
Equilibrium with Sean Bean and Christian Bell.
Yeah.
Gun Fu's from there
too. Yeah.
But
yeah. So I'll
go watch John Wick 2. Go watch John Wick 3. Trust me, they're really, really good.
I know I'll like them.
It's honestly what I think is good for action movies.
Yeah.
There hasn't been this good of potency of action movies, or this good, since like the old school original ones like Die Hard, and the classic ones, and Lethal Weapon, and all those are really dated at this point if you went back and watched them.
Right.
Lethal Weapon just shooting in the air. Wrestle in the rain.
Yeah, I know Josh, the guy who I do the podcast with, he's going to go watch that tomorrow. He's seen the other ones too. I have the first one on my Vudu. I just need to watch it, and I need to watch the second one. So, but there's a movie called Booksmart that came out this week. It's like a lower budget film by Olivia Wilde, the girl from House and a bunch of other stuff. She directed it, so I may see that. I think next week is Aladdin, and
do you know Will Smith is Aladdin?
Yeah,
a trailer.
Yes, about that. Oh, we've talked about Will Smith as the genie so much on the Mar podcast. It's like
it looks so weird.
It's like Josh, we've talked about that. Like,
did you see that?
Yeah, I heard
where he sings Prince Ali.
Yeah.
Did you watch Life Itself?
I did.
I wanted it to be so much better.
I loved it after the first story.
The first story, like
with Oscar Isaac and Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
After that, I thought it was great. That was just that story that was bad.
I'm gonna have to go through more. I watched the first couple parts, and I don't know why I stopped watching it. I guess I was tired that night. But really, maybe bringing it up was because Olivia Wilde. Like, I was going through some of the movies and stuff she's been in, because she's been in a lot of stuff recently. I feel like her career's booming more.
Yeah. But I actually like.
I'll have to go through and try watching it again.
Yeah.
That whole first sequence, Samuel L. Jackson stuff.
That was just that doesn't fit the movie.
It doesn't fit the movie at all. That whole sequence was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I know we talked about Rocket Man a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I remember hearing you guys talk about it, and that you mentioned that Brain Fart. What's the guy's name playing in them? I can't remember.
Egerton.
It's.
That's his last name is Egerton.
Brain? Taron
Taron Egerton.
Yeah. It's funny. Did you watch Kingsman 1 and 2?
I did.
He had Elton John in it.
Yeah.
Like,
right, and it brings it back together. Like, Elton John was amazing in the second one. I loved him so much.
Yes, he was. I love the Kingsman movies. That's another example of what John Wick's done.
Yeah.
Like, Kingsman has followed the John Wick formula.
I love Kingsman. Yeah.
The church scene was so epic in the first movie down in Kentucky. It just
yeah.
We're crazy here.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I liked. They're doing some of these. Of course, they did
Bohemian Rhapsody.
They're
doing one about that one blues girl, right? They're doing a blues one. No.
Yeah. Well, they're doing that. They also got the movie. I'm actually interested. It's Yesterday. It's about Beatles music. Yeah. Everybody forgets who the Beatles were.
Yeah, I want to see that one too.
Yeah.
I love the Beatles.
So I like the music themed one. So I don't know. I think Rocket Man will be good. I think he fits the guy pretty well. So I don't know really that much about Elton John, honestly.
He sounds a lot like Elton John.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was funny. Did you watch Sing with the animal singing stuff? He sings "I'm Still Standing" in it.
Okay. Who does?
Taron Egerton.
Oh, Taron Egerton. Okay.
Yeah, he's a gorilla, and he said, "I'm still standing."
Oh, okay. He's the gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does the he does all the actual singing in it too.
Okay.
So I imagine he'll do all the singing in this movie.
Yeah.
Too. Like he sounds a lot like him already.
Yeah.
And I thought it's all connected. Like that in Kingsman 2, he's partners with Elton John and sort of in it. And then also he sings Elton John's song and sing, and now he's playing Elton John.
Yeah. It's all connected. Where does it go from here?
Let's connect the triangle.
Yeah.
Illuminati confirmed.
Right.
It Chapter 2 trailer looked sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. Bill Hader, I couldn't ask for a better person to play Richie.
Yeah. I am excited for that film. I don't like horror movies, but I loved the first It.
Yeah, it was great. I felt like it was such a big improvement from the original one.
Yeah.
Like, the original one was good, but they had a lot of limitations. It was a miniseries made for TV.
Yeah.
And it wasn't made for, like, a big-time Showtime or HBO, right? It was made for a smaller, independent thing.
Right.
So there was a lot of limitations they couldn't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like they went heavier on the CGI than they should have in the first It movie. Like, there was a lot of heavy CGI scenes.
There was one bit where he's, like, dancing.
And his head's not moving.
It's, like, it's goofy as crap.
Yeah. I'm pumped for that. I think they nailed the cast. I love Emily.
What'd you think of Pet Sematary?
Didn't see it. Yeah. I tell you,
it's a hit or miss with these movies.
With Stephen King stuff, and I still to this day am confused to why they didn't do all Dark Tower movies. They just went straight to Dark Tower. Dark Tower was awful, by the way. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It
was.
But that's like the 7th book in a series. Dark Tower is the last book, and it's Stephen King. He's like the biggest writer ever. No, why not? Yeah. Why not do all of them?
Well, what's the saying about the gunslinger? It's like, I shoot with my eye.
Shoot with my heart, not my eye, or something like that.
Shoot my heart, not my eye. Man shoots with his eyes, doesn't see the eyes of his father, or something stupid like that. The saying's kind of cool when he says it, but it's just
I love Idris Elba, and I love Matthew McConaughey as the two.
What do you think of him playing as a superpowered villain? And
that's gonna be gonna be silly.
It's gonna be so.
It's gonna be crazy, yeah. So,
just superpowers.
I'll see it.
Remember when it used to be about racing?
Yeah. Yeah. It used to be all about racing.
I mean, they're gonna re-render Sonic the Hedgehog too, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that too. We talked about that maybe episode before last.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about it briefly.
And so I
hope those artists get
Sonic right. How hard?
No, I mean, like, I hope they get paid correctly, or like, I hope they hire more artists or something. Because 6 months to rework reanimate an entire movie.
That's a lot.
They
should get the guy that did that render and post it on on Twitter or whatever, because that render looked perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're gonna do, because seriously, they'll have to do so much to fix that movie. I think all they're gonna do is just slightly change his face and call it a day, because I doubt they'll do anything drastic.
Yeah.
Jurassic.
It still has to be a good movie, which it doesn't look like it's going to be.
It's not going to be a good movie, but it will be a hilarious movie to make fun of.
Yeah.
That's its potential.
I just want them to make him look even grosser.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard for him to do that now, because it's already super gross.
Yeah, he's pretty ugly, man.
Yeah.
Look at that teeth.
pretty terrible.
Like Tails and Knuckles to come in, and they're just even more horrifying.
Yeah.
They have like a sense.
There's gotta be Tails, man.
The Judy Garland movie.
Yeah,
that's
okay. I've seen that also. Yeah, that's the trailer. Yeah.
They've been popping out these biopic about artists. Like Dirt was just released. I hadn't watched Dirt. It was on Netflix about Motley Crue.
Yeah, there was several that weren't all about music, but last year there was one called Operation Finale, which I thought was really good. I watched Chappaquiddick also. It was all right. It's a decent cast. And a couple years ago, Hidden Figures, which was a Best Picture nominee, was probably like the best biopic I've seen ever. It's really, really good.
It was a good biopic. For real.
So
what'd you think about Shape of Water winning Best Picture that year?
I mean, all the rest of the nominees were pretty bad. I was okay with it. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the movie. I thought it was a cool movie. I don't know if
Did you like Three Billboards?
No. I think I'm the only one who didn't like Three Billboards. I tried to find someone.
It was like complete Coen Brother. Like it felt like 100% like a Coen Brother.
It did feel like Coen Brothers. I tried to find someone else who had similar thoughts that we had about Three Billboards. I couldn't find anybody else. Everybody else loved it.
I expected Javier Bardem to show up at some point with a gas canister.
Yeah, it did feel like a Coen Brothers movie. Yeah, for sure.
I'm eager for the new Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
one of my favorite directors. Me too. Ever.
What's your favorite one of his?
Honestly, it probably has to be Django. I've seen literally every single movie he's done, all of them. Ever since, even True Romance. True Romance is probably one.
I have not seen True Romance.
You haven't seen True Romance?
No.
It's the one he had written, and he sold the rights to it so he can make Reservoir Dogs. And someone else directs it, but it feels just like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like 100%. They even have Gary Oldman acting like a black dude. They have Samuel Jackson in it. They have Christian Slater. It's a really good movie. Patricia Arquette, James Gandolfini. It's all around really solid cast. Oh, they also have Christopher Walken in it.
Yeah.
And they also have
my dude.
There's one other one I can't remember the name of. It'll hit me in a second, and I'll be like, "What? I can't think of it."
Yeah.
But it's all around. It's a really solid movie. It's probably like my number 2 favorite movie he's done, but he didn't direct it. He wrote it. But honestly, Django was so good. Django Unchained was this and really impressive what he did with it.
I wanted it to win. Is my favorite.
Which one?
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, it was really good.
The first
killing Nazis.
Yeah. The first 15 minutes, it's like the best opening scene of all time. It's so good. It's and Christopher Waltz. That's when he first came on the scene. He's great.
Dennis
too.
Hopper. That's what I was thinking of.
Wesley.
Val Kilmer also is in it.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt plays a stoner that lives on the couch. Heavily recommend True Romance.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Very cool.
It's my dad's probably favorite movie ever made.
Okay. Ooh. Wow.
So, I really enjoyed it too, so I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Wesley, I'm curious. You asked Jordan what his favorite movie is, but what's your favorite movie?
Yeah.
There's a lot of options, man.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Honestly, probably Django.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko. I like Donnie Darko a lot. I like weird movies sometimes, and Donnie Darko is one of my favorites too. I kind of have a favorite of genres because I watch so many movies all the time.
Yeah,
I love
once is my favorite just because of how at the time how perfect it was for me. It's a great movie.
Yeah,
but it just resonated.
Did you watch
with me.
Across the Universe? Came out the same year. It was the Beatles movie.
No.
All the characters are named after Beatles characters. It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's cool how they fit all the songs in there and all the references. If you're a big fan of the Beatles, you'll like the movie.
Yeah, I dig the Beatles.
Yeah,
but I'm similar. I have genre. It's hard to compare. I think one year, I gave when we were still giving reviews for movies, I gave Fast 5 a higher score, but I'm or not Fast 5, Fast 8, Fast and Furious 8. I'm it's great, but I can't compare it to some Oscar movie. It's you just I can't compare
most of them are misses. Let's be real.
Yeah. So yeah.
What'd you think of Birdman?
I didn't see it.
You didn't watch Birdman?
No. It's
Theory of Everything should have won it that year. Theory of Everything was really well made. I loved how well Eddie Redmayne performed.
I've seen
he did a great job.
Like once we started the podcast, I started to see everything. The years before, I didn't see a ton. I saw The Martian and stuff from and obviously Star Wars, but since I started the podcast, I've seen everything from the years before. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't seen Birdman. I have it on
Whiplash also.
I haven't seen Whiplash either.
Dang it, man!
I know.
It was either Whiplash or Theory of Everything for me that year.
Yeah.
I've followed Oscar movies ever since I can really remember.
Yeah.
I've always.
I wish I had because I love Oscar season. I love having watched it and see. Even
but there's so many times where I'm like, I don't agree with that one. I'm glad Quiet Place won some stuff for sound mixing at least.
Yeah.
The fact that there was like no sound in that movie other than some here and there.
It should have been the Best Picture nom.
But. Yeah. Get Out, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't like Us as much though, didn't you?
No.
I felt like you wanted to keep more horror than actual potential nominee. Like I don't think you thought originally like this is gonna get nominated for an Oscar either, but I felt like you tried to keep it more horror based.
It did, and it's definitely more horror. I think
I enjoyed
Get Out was more psychological thriller than horror.
It was.
Which I'm gonna like more anyway. But
Get Out was a better movie, but Us I really enjoyed too. I'm curious what else he does. I mean, he helps produce and narrates over the new Twilight Zone. Have you seen the first episode of that? It's on YouTube.
I know. Yeah.
It's not as good as I thought it would be. Like an hour long. They got the guy from Harold and not Harold and Kumar. No, I'm getting mixed up.
Camille Nanjiani?
No, he's not. He's from Big Sick.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, that is Camille Nanjiani.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I might be getting mixed up then.
He talks like this. He's not like Indian, but he's very, very well.
Yeah. That's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah.
Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah, I just can't say that name.
Yeah.
Save my life.
Yeah.
But I did a minute. I didn't think it was that great. Like I felt like it was really weak. It's the first episode. It's about a comedian. Anything he would make a joke about, it would disappear. So anything he jokes about, it has to be something he cares about for everyone to laugh at it.
Yeah.
So it would disappear. So eventually started losing everyone.
Okay. That's interesting, I guess.
And I know you don't want to see the new Godzilla movie.
No.
He doesn't like monster movies.
I like legit. Some of my most hated movies are the Pacific Rim movies. I mean,
them. Some of them have burned pretty bad. Like, they're not very good.
The last Godzilla movie wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It only had 9 minutes of screen time. See, I grew up watching Godzilla. I grew up watching Hayao Miyazaki. I grew up watching all kinds of different types of movies. Like, I grew up watching a lot of foreign stuff.
Yeah.
I always love I don't like subtitles. I like dub though. But
yeah.
As far as if I had to watch a subtitle movie, I recommend Battle Royale. Battle Royale is one of the best Japanese movies I ever watched. I love it. As far as Korean movie, recommend The Host. That is a really good monster movie. Go watch it. It might be the one monster movie you might like.
Okay.
We watched it. Didn't you like it, babe? The Host? It was about that big old monster out in the lake.
She nods yes.
She's now silent. Silent babe. Silent babe.
My thing with monster movies is that monsters are just monsters, regardless of what they look like. And they tend to just do the same things. They either kill people, or they make people scared, or they break stuff. And so there's, no matter how you skin them... Well, yeah, I know, that's... Yeah. But they don't have any, like that was my deal with Pacific Rim. It's like, they're just, like, brainless monsters that they fight. And I don't know. Like, I rolled my eyes so hard at the end of the first one when he just pulled out a sword, and that was the thing that won. And not rockets or guns, but a sword.
Yeah. The
Kaiju's ultimate enemy.
Oh, no.
Like, no!
Oh, no.
But,
I mean, I even liked all the old school, like Ultraman, all those old ones. Like Jaguar,
I may watch it. We'll see. I think it comes out the same week as Rocket Man, so I'm gonna watch that.
I'm gonna be in the movie theater a lot that week.
Yeah,
because there's so many good movies coming out all at the same time.
Yeah, and I'll see. I think I saw over 50 last year. I'll probably see more this year.
I've probably seen close to that.
Yeah,
I'll watch a lot of movies.
Yeah,
it's funny. Drew and I, and my bae here and his bae, we went to see what movie we all see together? Curse of the Lona. The Rona.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, how you pronounce that. Curse of the Weeping Woman. That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
That's what it means. It wasn't that great. I didn't think it was that
It got
great.
bad reviews.
We actually just, like, showed up conveniently at the same time. Like, we didn't intend to watch it together.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's cool.
They were just in line. It was like, oh, hey, what's up?
Hey,
What
yeah.
you
It was
watching?
A cute
Curse of
little
the-
double date.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a surprise. We didn't expect you guys to be there. But, yeah. It wasn't that great. It's trying to extend on to the Conjuring universe and stuff. And, like, you know, they're making another Annabelle coming out this year.
Right.
And they have the Crooked Man coming out soon. I only seen the first Conjuring anyways, and I hadn't seen the Annabelles. Like, I hadn't been interested in all those.
I haven't seen them either. I just don't like the genre that much.
They're making their own cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just have I watched, what was it? Last year. I don't know. What is it? It's a horror movie. It got quite a bit of good reviews. I can't remember. Anyway,
There's
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I hadn't seen that one, but I know which one you're talking about.
Hate it. Like I'm like, this is why I hate horror movies, because it make me feel stressed out and nervous and like, oh
Yeah, so it did a good job.
yeah, but I hate that. Like I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that for 2 hours. I'm like, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna
I
have to
felt
watch that then.
when I watched that movie with Wesley. Just like really bad like anxiety. It's not like I'm enjoying it. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You were
Ever since
scared?
that, I wasn't scared. I just had like anxiety for some reason.
Yeah, like I don't know. I hate that feeling, and I don't like.
Me too.
That's why I don't go watch them that much.
If I do watch them, I watch them at home, and then I'm like, all right, I need to like take a breather.
I didn't like the
Anxiety's
Nun
been done.
either. Like, I go see lots of movies pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Because with TJ and them, or
Yeah.
with her, we go to movies, and because it's just nice.
Yeah.
I like Alita Battle Angel.
Me too.
I feel like that's like finally an anime
Yeah.
done right. You know?
Yeah, I liked it also.
Yeah,
it's been one of the better films so far this year. I've been into it.
Yeah, for
I
real.
want to read the comic.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I would like to probably go back and read. I hadn't read it yet, so but I
Yeah.
imagine it'd be a good read.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. Actually, we were looking back in January. I was like, man, last year was kind of a letdown overall. I thought,
Yeah.
like, man, this may be a good year.
Avengers Endgame
Yeah.
was unreal.
For real.
Yeah.
I've never seen such like a huge phenomenon. Like even in Madisonville, like theater was sold out.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it, did you?
No.
No, I didn't think you
But
did.
like,
Did Beth
I basically watched it because I see the memes on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And my partner told me about it.
Like, I remember hearing what Josh said when he rewatched it for the second time. I felt a lot of the same things as he did.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like, I felt how Thor was, depression was and stuff, and how he was down in the dumps. I saw all that, and like his laughter was just hiding it, and like,
Yeah.
because when you first see it, you see him as like this, just hilarious. He's he's
It is
fat.
funny, yeah. Yeah,
But there's so
Yeah.
many great moments in that movie, and I really enjoyed it. Like we've seen it twice together. And
You saw it twice?
Yes,
Nah,
that movie's
what's the
great.
Yo, they need to. If a movie's like more than 2 hours, they need to have like intermission. Like even during Detective Pikachu, it's not even like an hour, but I had to like pee 3 times.
Oh, wow.
You got a bladder the size of
I
like
didn't-
a baby or something.
I had to go to once during in-game. I don't remember exactly.
You guys
when.
are crazy.
I had
Every
to.
time I go see a stupid movie, I'm like, oh, I gotta go pee.
Dude, I could sit there
Sucks.
like forever. Like,
Yeah.
Like if I'm watching a movie, I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
I remember one
try.
time when I watched King Kong when it was in theaters.
Oh,
I did
goodness.
have to pee at the end of that
Yeah.
one. Really, really, really
It's very
bad.
long also.
I was like, I've been having to hold it for the last hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just like...
Seriously, they need intermission. I mean, come on.
I watched, in middle school, they took us to watch Gods and Generals. Remember Gods and Generals? It's a 4-hour long Civil War movie. It did have an intermission.
Sounds boring.
It's not great. But you have 2 hours. 2-hour movie, then you have intermission, then you have 2 more hours.
That's cool.
And,
Intermission needs to be like, that needs to be a thing.
yeah.
Did you know that one theater that put on every single Marvel movie in a row? And they just kept doing it. I can't imagine how it's
That's
like
like-
for all those
Oh,
people
my
being
goodness.
there. It's like 40-something hours.
Yeah,
like, Are you just
no.
going to sit there the whole entire time and watch that? Imagine if people camp down in there. Are they just all the body odor, just like, you're all going to die? Like,
Yeah.
not to mention sleep exhaustion. Are you
I
going to
had
sleep
no
there?
desire
so
to do that.
I'm sure there's Marvel movies that like stink, and they're like, all right, time to go get some food. You guys need anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel about that, about Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
Skip out
It
on
is
that
the
one.
worst one. Yeah. Yeah.
Not much happened in the first Thor either.
No.
Real. Like, that movie was really more simple. Like, there wasn't much.
Thor needs other Avengers in his movies.
Yeah.
He plays off them.
Thor Ragnarok was really
Yeah.
good. Like, I felt like that was the one that's like, yo, we're actually going to step our game up, yo.
Yeah.
Along with Captain America, too.
Yeah.
I read so many lists, and some reason, like, it's like The Verge or like whatever list you see pop up on your phone. It's like, best superhero movies rated in a row. Number one's Captain America. We all agreed on this one. It's like,
No.
no?
Did they
Not
not
the first
see
one.
Spider-Verse?
Oh yeah, I love that one also.
Dude, Spider-Verse is really good.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
I'm glad it won.
Yeah.
I'm glad it won Oscar.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I could talk about movies forever.
Oh, dude, that's what I do, man.
It's what, like, I'm a really avid moviegoer too. Like, I heavily watch movies.
I go at least once a week.
Heavily watch shows too. Right now we're in the middle of watching Shameless. You hadn't seen it before.
I don't watch a lot of shows. I watch Game of Thrones, and that's it. But yeah, I just don't. I don't have time to watch a lot of shows, unfortunately. So movies is what I do. I have time for movies. I've seen a little bit of Shameless, but not much.
The US version, like
Yeah.
the UK version. I watched a bit of that. The UK version. And the UK version was all right. I liked some of the characters, like their versions of them, a bit better, and some of them not. Like some of them, I felt like they really weren't what I was looking for. Like, I liked who they played. James McAvoy plays Steve in that one, and then also the woman who plays, what's her name? Just like I don't know. There's a lot of characters I wish they kind of like had different people casted them as or something.
Yeah.
I kind of like Joan Cusack in it too. Like, she does a good job.
Yeah.
But I've seen almost all the episodes for the last season, and then she hadn't seen it. I'm like, we're gonna watch a show because there's a lot of good. It's a really good TV show.
Yeah.
I watch all kinds of TV shows, movies, animes, and then tries to play games on the side, and then work and spend time with her. Yeah, and I'm glad we get to do a lot of stuff like that together. So.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a nice way to unite us. So.
Me and Lee, one of our favorite topics is One Piece. I don't watch a lot of anime, but One Piece is.
Yo, are you up to speed up?
No.
Current with One Piece?
Man, you haven't watched episode
how far are you into it?
I got to Thriller Bark, so I'm probably very behind.
Wow, that's crazy.
Brooke shows up. That's as far as I've got.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
That's something like
finish the first season.
If I could like pause time, that would be something I would enjoy, like taking a deep dive into, because One Piece is so cool.
I love it.
But man, that's an investment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
And man, I wish more movie like writers took more inspiration from those guys.
For sure,
especially
One Piece.
Yeah, because they are like great stories that go on for so long.
For real, like,
and they work so well.
What about the actual Death Note anime, not the Death Note Netflix original?
Yeah.
Where they, dude, why did they CGI William Dafoe? Like, he looks like Ryuk naturally.
Yeah.
Just put some makap on him.
He just has a face you gotta film, man.
Yeah,
it's just William
he's
Dafoe.
already the villain. He's already
Ryuk. Oh, I love William Dafoe. His voice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I'm like, I couldn't think of anyone better to play Ryuk.
Yeah.
And then
me either. I was like, it's perfect.
And then they got what is it, Length of Shackfield or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
To play L.
Yeah.
And I felt he was just like so misplaced.
Yeah, it doesn't work well as a movie.
It doesn't. Like they changed the characters too much.
Yeah.
They made L like a hothead. It's always mad all the time and just not think straight. Made him an idiot.
Yeah.
See, L, he's smart. He knows the whole entire time what's up. Like, he may have died, but he knew. He knew who it was. Death Note's one of the best animes ever, bro. It's up there with Fullmetal Brotherhood. And,
I've only seen the big ones.
That businessman arc was so boring in Death Note.
Oh, you talking about the other Kira? When they had a second Kira going on?
Yeah, when there's just like this businessman. I was like, this is so sick. And then they had that businessman part, and I was like, this is so boring.
The first arc is the best arc in that show, and then it kind of gets Presley goes downhill. But I still really enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, we watched it back in college. I liked it. Enjoyed it.
You guys need to watch Mob Psycho. That's a banger right there.
I've only seen I saw all of the old Toonami shows
Mm-hmm.
and all the other big shows. You know, I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
One Piece. Grew up on Yu Yu Hakusho, and I've seen some of Hunter x Hunter, and I saw all of the original Fullmetal Alchemist and Brotherhood.
Yeah,
and that's what I've seen.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a ton of else. I've seen some of Naruto.
I have a list of like 100-something animes I've seen. I've knocked out a bunch of anime.
Yeah.
But still, those are still rated so high just because they really aren't that good.
They're not
just rated that high just because of that's all anime people have seen. They're rated that high because they really are the best.
I think that's the cool thing about that genre is that like the best ones tend to be the most successful. I don't think that happens anywhere else, or at least in my taste anyway.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like for example, like there's so many movies that come out every year, and some of them get nominated for Best Picture and stuff. Okay, just reminded me of something. My dad and I, we've talked about this so many countless times because we watch all the Oscar movies a lot together. It feels like there's a formula they pick when it comes to picking Oscar movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It has to be a minority. It has to be some timepiece. It has to be some kind of like drama or based on a true story. They have to follow a certain drama.
That's changed. You can go back and it's kind of changed over the years, kind of what they prefer, and kind of the 90s kind of steered it in that direction. Kind of Good Will Hunting and kind of steered it in that direction. That's kind of what they've been since 2000 really. It used to be different. It used like in the 50s it was like set design and production values, how big those were made a big difference.
I appreciate that they have like give people points for having minorities as like leading roles, because like then that forces more companies to have people of other races.
Well, this year we had 3 movies with a black man in the leading role, and it's about the struggle of them. Like there was Green Book, struggling black man piano player.
Yeah.
And there was Black Panther, struggling black man king that's now have dethroned. It's basically Iron Man. I'm not trying to cause a point of like minorities or something.
Yeah.
I'm kind of noticing just trends every year that tends to keep following. If there's a person that's gay, they typically get nominated. Like they typically get nominated for a Best Picture.
Yeah.
How many movies recently have been showing? Like every year has been like a one Brokeback Mountain kind of movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have any real problems with it. I just feel like they're not looking at other movies when they're only nominating these said movies.
Yeah.
Because there's other movies out there. I went back. I've seen this one movie called like My Suicide something. It's like some weird name of it. It's on Netflix, and it's like director's cut or something. And it's like really weird. It's like this guy made it by himself. It looks like, and it's just like he throws in all these animated clips from movies or something, and it's so quirky, but I feel like it works. And it's just like that movie would never have seen the light of day and ever be thought of getting an award.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's just so many movies like that.
Yeah, Searching was
good.
Amazing.
It was really good.
It should have gotten nominated.
John Chu did a good job.
There's always, there's definitely something they prefer, and they kind of trend up and down.
It feels like they only prefer that, though.
Yeah, they do
give
right now.
A flip about animated movies. Usually they just kind of like roll dice and it's like, all right, we'll choose that one.
Give it to the
like
Pixar,
4 of the movies are Disney or Pixar.
Yeah.
I'm glad Spider-Verse won.
Yeah, it deserves to
win. If
Spider-Verse
didn't win,
right,
there would be a riot. Because that means they really didn't even look at the poster or anything. Most of the time they don't watch it.
It was so well done.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah, that's like that. Spider-Verse was like once in a lifetime animated movie. Like we won't get anything like that till probably when we're 78.
Yeah. Same studio that made Emoji Movie.
It's hard to believe, right?
They turned it around, man. They turned it around.
That movie was such a mess. But yeah, man, hour and a half.
Yeah, we've gone. Our longest episode is 2 hours and 20 minutes.
This is probably
what are you
our
guys
longest
talking
episode.
about?
If we were talking about like I was on a diet and Josh was helping me. We talked a little bit about other stuff. It's like episode 20. If you can go back, it's our Spotlight episode, the movie Spotlight.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
It's like
it
2
just got
hours.
like derailed.
Yeah, it was like we just kept going and
that's
going
cute.
and going for 2 hours. I'm like, dude, I'm not editing this episode. I'm just uploading it, and that's how it is.
That's
oh
cool.
yeah. There won't be much editing done with this.
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
I got down to a formula though of how I'm gonna edit
Hour and
it.
a half's not bad.
So,
Not
yeah,
bad.
I felt like we had a good conversations going. I feel
Absolutely.
like it's good, but I feel like it's about time for us to wrap it up because I
Sure.
figure we can talk for another hour and a half if needed.
Always.
But just
Talk about movies forever.
yeah. If you ever want me on Still Popcorn, I'll be on.
Yeah,
there. Yeah. I can rant about movies.
Yeah, we've had people on before.
I watch a lot of movies.
That's not far fetched.
But yeah. You have anything you'd like to mention? Anything you'd like to drop?
Sure. Hey, if you like more movie talk, me and my friend Josh, we do a podcast every week. It releases every Monday called Still Popcorn. You can find it on iTunes and Google Play and every other podcasting app there is, or at stillpopcornpodcast.com. We're on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that fun stuff, and we talk about that stuff all the time. So join us there. I think we do a good show. I think we've done. We'll do our 200th episode this year in November, which is crazy. So if you like movies, if you saw, like I always tell people, if you've seen something from like last year or 2017 or 16, we probably did an episode on it. You can go download the episode on the website. So that would be great, and let us know what you think about it. So yeah, find me there, and that's it.
Yeah, I've listened to the last couple episodes you did because I wanted to at least know what you've been talking about previous subjects before we went into this podcast. So I watched the last few of them, and I thought your podcast turned out really great. Like they've done a really good job.
I love how
with them.
you guys ripping into Dumbo. It was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, Dumbo's awful. Dang, it's so bad. Oh, we give our opinions. That's, I don't know. We try to have fun with what we do and try to enjoy ourselves and not get bogged down with, especially around Star Wars time. And it's so opinionated, but yeah. But thanks for listening.
Yeah, it was a great talk. Great having you on.
Thanks.
Rant about more movies about in the future.
Yeah, always down.
Yep. Anything you like to add, Drew?
Yes, I want to recommend the movie "It's Such a Beautiful Day" by Don Hertzfeldt. It's like really good, really sad. And also, June 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'll be at OMG Con. I got a new Zine coming out. It's called Garfield. It's a bunch of really awful drawings of Garfield.
Cool.
So buy those. Buy a bunch of those.
Yeah, go through and pick up every single one of them there.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
He also has a Hayao Miyazaki one where it shows all the works of Hayao Miyazaki.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has a Weird Al.
And I got an original one called Walmart.
Yeah.
Comic strips about working at Walmart. Or not Walmart, a fictional store called Walmart, which is like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
buy all my stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
And you check that out. Yeah, we missed the podcast last week if you guys didn't notice. I got caught up in the moment, enjoying life, you know?
Yeah, I went to New York City. I lit some hobos on fire.
Oh, wow. That must have been fun.
Oh, dude, I kicked one down an elevator. It
why
was
you go.
so funny.
Did
Oh
he
my
ask for
God.
some money? That's why you
He
did it?
did. I kicked him.
You got him.
Oh.
Get your butt down the elevator.
It was so funny seeing him get run over by the subway train.
Oh, that's great. Did he wake up in a room with a black ball?
Yeah.
That's a Gantz reference. It's an anime. Alright. But, yeah, I think that's about it. It's great having you on.
Thanks for having me.
Been
Good
real
times.
stale here.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Popcorn's pretty dry at this point. But, y'all have a great weekend, or whatever time you're listening to this to. If you listen to it on Wednesday, then have a good Wednesday. Y'all... Oh, we're ending it here. It's great.